So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to rack this Boinngg plugin up. I'm going to group it, and I'm going to add another Monomodular plugin. This one's going to be a TR256. Obviously you don't want to do this in the middle of a performance. Alright, so you'll see this little red dot here. This one says 1, this one says 2. I can select what I want it to be, but that's fine. That's the channel assignment for the Monomod plugin. So if I hold down Shift here, this top row allows me to assign the controller, the grid, to the plugin that I want to use. Right now I'm looking at the first one, Boinngg, which says 1. So I'm going to go to the second one. Now I'm on TR256. And I'm going to turn the output of Boinngg off for a second so that we can just hear TR256 and figure out how to use it. So now we're in a completely different plugin. And what you see, these two lights at the top, they're going to move around. And this selects the pattern, which you see down here. This selects the pattern that you're editing, and this selects the pattern that you're playing. So right now it comes up when we've already got a pattern going. Timing works the same down at the bottom. However, this side does something different for this plugin. So you'll see all these are white, and I can add new ones. And if I change what's going on this bottom row with the Shift button down, the keys, I can change the velocity assignment to the notes that I'm making. Now, if I get tired of holding down Shift every time I want to make an assignment to the keys, then I can use the lock button. And the lock button is a center button up here without any shift pressed. So when I press the lock button, it's going to turn this bottom row of keys on all the time. So now I can change the timing, and I can change the velocity assignments. Scroll down, I can use these two buttons here, and also scroll left and right using these buttons. It appears I may have ran out of notes down here at the bottom. So we're only looking at an 8-note part here, and I can change the length very quickly just by hitting the time line. And if I want to change the length at the beginning, then I can hold down the end. And there's another feature built into TR256. If I press the restart button down here, then when I make a timing change, it's going to restart at the beginning of the next bar. Of course, when you have odd time signatures like 70 notes, it doesn't really know what to do. So, I don't like this pattern anymore. So I'm going to go over here, I'm going to change the edit over to the second program, and I'm going to create something new. And then when I'm ready, when I'm done editing it, then I can change the play over to that same pattern. So you get the idea what's going on there. One other thing that you can do, and this needs to be updated because it doesn't work very well right now, but I can copy one pattern to another by holding down the edit button on the top and pressing the play button of the one I want to copy it to. So if I want to copy pattern 3 to pattern 4, then I hold down the edit button for 3, do the play button for 4. It takes a second, but now you'll notice that that pattern is the same as that pattern. Alright, so I've got a new pattern here, and I'm going to show you something cool that I built into TR256. Basically, if you have a MIDI input running into the channel that TR256 is on, I've got all inputs, and you'll see I have a drum pad here. Maybe you can see that. So what I can do is I can press one button, press the button below it. Nope, that didn't work. Sorry, that copies. Do it the other way. Press the bottom button and then press the top button, and it will go into record mode. And now so you get the idea of what's going on there. And then I can go back to my other plugin and do some crazy stuff there. One thing I didn't show you about the Boinngg plugin, it has a new preset system built into it. So, for demonstration purposes, I showed you the lock button, which you can turn on and off by pressing there. Now this is the Alt button, and the Alt button is going to do different things for different plugins, but most of the time it's probably going to control your presets. If I hold down Alt, then I can press one of these buttons on the bottom to store a preset. So, and as soon as I press it, then I get a lit button up here that tells me that I have a preset that I can select. So I'll go there, I'll get rid of some of this stuff. Store another one. So I've got 3 presets stored now, and I can get back to them. This is taking exact snapshots, so Boingg's kind of weird that way. There's no timing allowances in there. Okay, that's about as boring as I can possibly get.